I wanted to record a quick video to show you guys how the online portion of our course is going to work from here on out. Many of you guys uh, have used Brightspace often, but for those of you who haven't, I want to show you where we're going to find content for this course. So the first thing I want to show you is our updated syllabus. If I go to Content, then Overview, I have updated the syllabus, which has been here all semester. But let's see here if I can make this larger for you guys. Let's just hit download maybe. Okay, so some important things to note in the new version of our syllabus. So there's no way that I could both catch up from the extra week of spring break and move online. So we are eliminating Unit 4. So you'll see here in red, we now only have 3 unit tests, which are worth 60% of your grade. So before we had scheduled 4 tests at 16% each, whereas now we will have 3 tests at 20% each. Okay. The other thing that is different now is your final exam. Before it counted 16% of your grade, now it will count 20% of your grade. And the calendar on here, I have updated that. Okay, so what you see here in red, this is when the certify portion of your Hawks homework is due. Now, before I had it due by the start of class, now all these assignments will be due at 11:59 p.m. on the day. So your next homework assignment for section 11.4 will be due at 11:59 Thursday night, March 26th. Okay, so we just have one section this week. Next week we have one section due on Friday by 11:59. Then the following week we have 2. Now the only time that you have to make sure you're in front of your computer at a specific time are for test 3 on Monday, April 27th. We're all going to take that test simultaneously at our scheduled class time. And the final exam, which is Wednesday, May 6th from 10:20 to 12:20. Okay, for the next, let's say, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, all of these certify sections can be done asynchronously. You can do these at your own pace. But test 3 and the final exam, you need to make sure you're in front of your computer at those times. Okay, and then also the course outline here, we have completely eliminated Unit 4 now. Okay, so that's one thing I want to show you here. Also, for your if you choose the out of class final, I have updated that rubric as well. So if I go to content, and then we go to final, there's the out of class final rubric. Okay, so if you choose the out of class final, instead of having 4 research questions, you will now only have 3. You'll have one from Unit 1, right? So some question about a confidence interval. You'll have one question from Unit 2, one question about a 1 sample hypothesis test, one question from Unit 3, a 2 sample hypothesis test. That's what we're going to learn over the next 5 weeks. And I've eliminated Unit 4 question. So that's 1 point gone. And then also in your results, we have eliminated research question 4. So now instead of this rubric adding up to 100 points, it will add up to 89. So I'll just take your score and divide that by 89 to get the percent. Okay. All right, so next I want to show you how I have posted checklists to help you work through the certify section in Hawks. So you're going to continue to do your homework in Hawks, but I've given you some things that are going to help you. So the first let me show you how we're going to get to these checklists. There are 3 places you might find them. If you're on the course homepage, I think it usually in your calendar tells you what's coming up here, and this says on Thursday, March 26th by 11:59 p.m. we have a checklist due. Okay, so you can click on it there and go to your checklist, which these are the items I want you to work through, and I'll talk about those in a second, to be able to do your certify. Okay, the second place you can get to it is if you go to the Content tab, under Unit 3, there's a checklist. And these are the items I want you guys to work through to be successful with the certify. Okay, and the third place is under Assignments. You will see our section 11.4 checklist. Okay, now all that is required, what your grade is dependent upon, is that you certify in the Hawk system. These are items that I believe will help you be successful with that. So for example, the first thing is to read through the Learn in the Hawk system. Okay, so as I read through that, I might go here and select Learn. I'm going to watch this little introductory video that we have here. I'm going to read through the book. You might not read the book when we have in-class lecture. Okay. Another place that you can get here, if you go see your ebooks here at the top, if I click on that, I can also get to the ebook, and if I go to section 11.4, you could read through this. I think the Learn is probably a little easier to read than the ebook, but it is also there. Okay, so as I do that, I might check off here, okay, I've done that, and see my little progress bar. Now that's not required, that's just to help you. So first read, then the next thing I might do is download the PowerPoint slides. So I have given them to you here as a PowerPoint file, or I put 4 per page in a PDF like I give you guys in class. So you might download those slides. Now in class, I usually leave a lot of room and we fill these in together. You'll see that the slides I've provided you here are much more detailed, and I have typed out solutions for step 1, the 5 steps of a hypothesis test, which are going to be the same, right? But here I've given you screenshots, and I've given you much more than I do in class. So all of these are worked out for you. Okay, so I'm going to download those, print them if it helps you to do that and you have a printer. Then I have example level videos which go with those PowerPoint slides. So I have my PowerPoint slides up, and then I'm going to watch this video here. Okay, now...
Hi, and welcome to this video where we're going to take a look at
Now the example level videos here from the publisher don't necessarily use step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we use, but I have aligned those videos with our 5 steps in the PowerPoint slides. So you're going to watch these 3 videos with your slides in front of you, following along. Then this video is one that I created. I tried to show you guys, give you guys a little bit more with the calculator on this one. So when you watch this video here, in this example, we want to see if you can see how I give you a little bit more with the calculator here later in the video, and show you which buttons to press there. Okay, so after I've watched those videos with my PowerPoint slides, I'm going to work through the practice. Now I am very aware that most of you guys do not take advantage of the practice when we have traditional face-to-face lecture, which is fine, but I think it's going to help you much more here, because the practice, if you get stuck, do you see this tutor button over here in the bottom left? In the practice, you can take advantage of that tutor and see how it'll give you hints. You can also view the entire solution and read through that. Some of the problems, for example, will have a step-by-step button instead of a hint here. but you can see your solutions. So I would take advantage of that practice. Although it's not graded, it's going to help you be successful with the Certify, which is graded. That's what your grade's going to come from. So I hope you're going to find these checklists helpful since we're not meeting for face-to-face lecture. My goal is to have a checklist for each section to give you some videos and the completed PowerPoint to help you be successful with the Certify.